We're very grateful to the Maharashtra MDU University for giving us this hall, and what a beautiful campus. I was telling my family that I've never seen such a beautiful university in my life. So I have a 10-hour speech, but you guys don't have 10 hours, so I'll try to finish in 5 minutes or lesser. In 1763 is when the first port opened in India. And we have 71 years of independence and 1.3 million lawyers in the country, but no industry body. There is a Bar Council of India, which is the regulatory body, but no body just for lawyers. And around the world, there's 15,000 bar associations. And we thought it was time we started one in India. And we started one last year, and the response has been remarkable. We finished last year with 104 cities, and we found a list of 400 cities in India with a population of over 100,000, over 1 lakh. So that's our goal, to be in all 400 cities in India by the end of this year. The purpose of ILA is to network, to mentor, to get mentored, to find jobs, to find employees, to make more money. The 1.3 million lawyers in India do not make as much money as we would like for them to make. We need to elevate the profession, and that's the purposes, one of the purposes of ILA. The other purpose is deeper. Most of you know that from year 1 to year 1750, India was the richest country in the planet. So if you look at the history from year 1 to year 1750, every single year, either India or China was the richest country in the planet. 25% of the world's GDP was in India. It's no surprise that in 1492, Christopher Columbus was headed to India and nowhere else. And then the decline started in 1750, and from 1750 to 1991, our share of the world wealth went from 25% to 2.5%, a 90% drop in 241 years. Fortunately, after 1991, the climb back up has started, and now we're at 6.5% of the world's GDP. So, lawyers gave this country independence. Nehru, Gandhi, Jinnah, Rajagopalachari, Lala Lajpat Rai, Subhash Chandra Bose, Sardar Patel, Dr. Rajendra Prasad. If you look at the entire history of independence, it's the lawyers that gave this country independence. And we're talking about an Indian Lawyers Association now in 2018. In 1885, there was an Indian Lawyers Association. It was just called Indian National Congress, started by Motilal Nehru, another lawyer. So these lawyers and our grandparents have given us independence. Then the generation before us in 1992 gave us liberalization. Now there's 1.3 billion people in the country. We need to get richer. We need to become a first world nation. 1 out of 6 people in the world lives in India. And we believe that the next revolution of India will come from all of you, will come from law, will come from lawyers. There's only so much the government can do. There's only so much our grandparents and our forefathers could do. They've done enough. It's our turn now. We need to make India the first world nation. There is conversation that India will exceed the GDP of the United States in 2030. It'll only happen if we fix a few things. And whatever needs to be fixed now in this country is in our hands. We have to step up. Capitalism, democracy, freedom, liberty, justice needs a companion. Wealth creation needs a companion, and the companion is courts, the judicial system, and lawyers, and our way of rendering justice. If you think about it, law is the ultimate check on society, on religious leaders, on politicians, on police, on each other, on doctors, on construction contract workers. Everything, every part of society behaves better if law and order is working, and if the judicial system is working. With 30 million pending cases in this country, we can't become a first world nation. And it's not that big of a problem. I know it's a big problem, 30 million cases. Somebody's written a report that it will take 466 years to clear the backlog. We don't have that kind of time. Do you want your grandchildren to remember you that my great-grandparent was a father, but he couldn't fix the legal system of India? It's not that big of a deal. There is no problem in this world. The only problem is not finding a solution. So ILA on our website has listed 92 things that this country can do to clear the backlog. Earlier I was speaking with our respected mayor, and I met him, and 1 minute later he says, the only problem in this country is the pendency of cases. And I said, yes sir, we're working on it. And that's the primary reason behind ILA. ILA shall be behind the next revolution of India. Lawyers will be behind the next revolution of India, along with the judiciary system. And it's not that big of a problem. If we put our minds to it, we'll make it happen. If you think about why India is poor, the illiteracy, the job creation, lack of capitalism, lack of big businesses, corruption, and lack of efficiency in some parts of the government. If you think about each one of them, it's the lawyers that can bring about the change and fix it. My friend Anil Saini, who's chairman of Hyderabad Metro, he says, Navneet, the only wish I have is that my contracts would get honored. My contracts don't get honored. We put a contract out, you fix this 1 kilometer of pipeline, they don't do it. We can't do anything, we can't take them to court. We can take them to court, but nothing's going to happen. We cannot become a first world nation. Transactions of the country can only happen if the arteries of the country are clean. The arteries of the country can only be clean if there is law and order, and we lawyers need to play a big role in cleaning the arteries of the system. We're the agents of cleansing, we're the agents of change, we're the agents of making sure that India becomes a first world nation. An average Indian today, 1.3 billion people, is making $7,000 a year. An average person around the world, 8 billion people, an average person around the world is making $17,000 per year. Never mind that the US is making $60,000 a year, average person, never mind that an average person in Qatar is making $140,000 a year, the richest country per capita on the planet. Ignore those countries, 8 billion people, including all the countries of Africa, the average income is $17,000 per person. What is wrong with us? 1.3 billion of us. Don't tell me we don't work as hard. Don't tell me you don't study as hard. Don't tell me God gave you a lesser brain. Don't tell me we're inferior people. What is going on? Our great-great-grandparents from year 1 to 1750 were the richest people on the planet. What happened? Okay, whatever happened between 1750 and 1991 happened. Nothing we can do about it now. But what we can do now is fix what's in our hands. And there, the next revolution of India will come from law. I'm thankful to all of you for attending and taking part.